Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode. My name's Stuart Carter-Smith. If you've not been here before, thanks for dropping by. If you have been here before, I apologise for not actually doing videos for the last, I think it's about 6 months. I'll get into all of that on another video, but for today's video I'm going to be reviewing the TruVu laser finder. Now I've already done a cheaper version of laser finders for about $100. I'll link that one above. Next week I'm going to do the opposite end, which is the very expensive one, which is about $350. Now this one is $160. I think it's a brilliant little unit. Quick spoiler, I absolutely love this. And I'll go through some of the reasons, and also just to give you a little bit of value, I'm going to try and explain to you what I think about and what I do, what I laser find when I'm out on the golf course. We'll talk through some of these strategies. Hopefully it helps you, and along the way we'll kind of look at what this does and what it's good at, and maybe some of the things that it's not so good at. So straight away, it's got a strong magnet on it, so we can just stick it on the side of the buggy or on the side of your bag. Do you know what, I wish somebody would make a little metal strap that will clip onto my belt that I could just stick it on the back there. That would be great. So somebody get out there and do that, because it's a good idea, I think. A couple of things that I absolutely love before I get onto anything else is the fact that it comes with a battery, so that's good. And for the lifetime of the machine, if you run out of battery, send a little email to the guys and they'll send you a new battery free of charge. How good is that? So anytime you want a battery, just send them a quick email. You're going to get yourself a free battery every time. That's amazing. The other thing that I think is fantastic about it is if you drop it or break it or lose it, they'll give you another one 50% off. So you kind of got a warranty in there as well. So if you just completely destroyed it, dropped it or lost it when you're away somewhere, you're going to get your next one for half the price. That's amazing. And we got a 2-year warranty as well. Full warranty, no quibble. It shows confidence in your product, and I love that. The other thing is I spoke to the guys there who are selling this one, and you just speak straight to the main guys straight away. I mean, I think that's a great thing as well. You know, you buy a Bushnell, you have a problem with it, takes forever to get something sorted out. With these guys, you've got another one on the desk within 5 minutes. So let's look at the 11th hole. There's 101 yards to the edge of the tree. 152 to the overhanger on the left. And 184. Okay, and then the bunker is 165. So I like to do a kind of a full map of the actual hole itself, especially on these par 3s. Not quite so important when you're hitting tee shots, but on par 3s it's very important. I like down the right hand side, we've got that overhanging branch which is about 100 yards, so I know I want to be able to clear that. That just goes into my mind that that is not going to be an issue. Even if it looks like it's in my face, it's not going to be an issue with the club that I'm going to select. I did have a little look over on the left hand side in case I pull one, because sometimes I will get it going left, and it's 153 yards to the other overhanging branch the other side. That's bearable as well. I'm going to take enough club to carry both of those things. We've got 165 yards to the front edge and 202 to the back edge. Now they're my two numbers. I know I've not even mentioned the flag yet, because at this point the flag's cut really tight on the right, so I'm not going to be aiming at that flag at all. But I do want to try and get onto that green, and I want to try and get pin high. So we've got 165 and 201 to the back. Now it's slightly uphill as well. When we set it onto slope, you'll see the little light come on the side there. That means you can't actually use the slope when you're playing in tournament, but you know, most people can play it most of the time with their friends and buddies, and it helps you learn. It will give you a slope rating, so it will give you an idea of how much extra or less you've got to drop off of it, depending on whether we're going up a hill or downhill. It's quite handy actually when you get used to it. So I know that we're slightly uphill, and I know to the back of the green is 201 yards, and to the front of the green is 165 yards. Now for me, I don't even want to look at that 161 yards, because I should be well over that. I am thinking 200 yards at least. If I can club to 200 yards, that means if I don't hit it perfectly, which we generally don't hit it perfectly, and believe me, you know, I've been playing all my life, I would say I'm a pretty skilled player, and I would say that I flush the ball probably 30% of the time. So it's a very small amount. And if you think about it, if you don't hit that center strike right in the center, the ball's going to go shorter. And you think of how many times you don't hit it right in the center. So just be aware that if you hit it off the toe or the heel, you thin it, maybe you hit it on the top edge of the club, all those sections around the sweet spot, which we all kind of go for and we end up hitting, are always going to make the club go shorter. Sometimes, but by anything up to 20 yards. So think about that long distance, think about how far it is, because 95%, even tour pros, they reckon are up in the 90% that they're short of the hole. And that is because they don't strike it exactly the way that they hope to strike it. So I'm always taking clubs to the back of the green, maybe even a sort of a back border or even some trees in the back. I will laser those and then take my yardages from there. Now when we get down to wedges, obviously we strike wedges a bit better, and so at that point you can sort of take the brakes off a little bit there and you can aim a little bit more for the centres of the greens, because we should be hitting wedges to 8 irons fairly consistently. But when you get up into the higher irons, for sure, we want to try and club up. I say it's a great tip to make sure that you club up. I'm going to go 205 yards because we're up a slight slope as well. I'm going to hit a 5 iron because that's kind of my club there, and see if I can get it near the middle of the green. If I slightly peel it towards the flag, that's luck. I think that's all right. I think that's okay. Fingers crossed. Right, okay, I'm really happy with that because that was a tough shot. You can see this is the bunker that I was looking at. It was 165 from the tee, and you can see at the back there, you can see the bit that I was lasering, which was 201, and we've got my ball here, which is rolled back to that, but it carried this bunker, which is important. Now, obviously, if you hit it poorly, you can go in that bunker, but you do want to give yourself a percentage chance. So I kind of know that sort of 50 or 60% of the time, when I'm hitting a 5 iron, it's going to be over 165 yards, and that's the kind of numbers that you want to know. I've used Arcos over the last four or 5 years now, and I'll link a video above about the Arcos system. Now that does help you to know your own game. But in this instance, we've done well. It doesn't always happen this way, but I'm on the green. We'll see if we can 2-putt it. It's still a very tricky cross putt here. I will definitely take a 3 on this hole. If I can hold this. Good. Yeah, 2 buttons on the top. One of them actually dials in on your pin. You can change it to yards, you can change it to meters, all that good stuff, you know, which you would expect from any of them. I guess I'm just going through each piece of it just because to say, you know, it's so nice in the hand. It's such a nice system. I'm not sure why you would want to spend much more than this, to be honest with you. It's such a good little unit, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to do a quick check on the flag with this one now. Okay, 141 yards we've got to the pin. So again, I'm going to check around the hole and see what we're looking at. With this hole itself, we've got a bunker at the back on the right that I don't kind of really want to go into. There's a bunker back on the left behind the flag that I don't really want to go into. Having said that, we do want to get over the water. So I'm going to just take a yardage to that bunker behind, and that's 157. Okay, so I've got basically 20 yards from the flagstick back to that bunker. Now, so I'm gonna go for a 150 shot because we're slightly into the breeze. It's pretty much level. It said it was level on here as well. So I'm just gonna hit a 150 yard shot, and I don't think I'm gonna hit that bunker. Good stuff. Again, steady stuff. I've hit the middle of the green. I know we're just sort of, it's a friendly round of golf if you like, but there's no real point in going at that pin. If you look at this pin over here, you know, if I miss left, it's a nasty little chip shot. We've got all this green to the right. You know, you may as well just try and go for the middle of the green. Then if you block it slightly right, you're still on the green. You pull it left. If you pull it left, it goes a little bit longer generally because you close the club face down. You know, if you're going to be on the left side of the green or even close to the flag. The wind is coming off from left to right. From the tee, and so that was holding it a little bit. Normally I would miss left, so this is a bit rare for me. You've got the water. You don't want to go in the water, as we said off the tee. That just take that out of play. I don't care what you hit, whether you hit a 5-wood or a driver for 150 yards, get over the water. Whatever you're going to get airborne, make sure your most confident club. Even if you think, oh, it's not quite that club, maybe it might be your little hybrid or something, just hit that club, get over the hazard, and then we're in the round, we're in the hole, we can go from there. So really we're trying to get it into a circumference around the hole of about the distance of a putter. So just a circle around, try and visualize that as you're trying to get the pace. it's more often than not pace that gets you. So if you miss it by a long way, maybe you miss it by a couple of feet left or right, that's not a big problem. The big problem is whether you go short or long by 10 or 12 feet, which you can do quite easily. And that's all about your distance control. It's the only thing I would say practice before you go out on the golf course. Just practice your distance control, because that will stop you from three putting more than anything. Okay, so we got a big right to lefter here. I'm quite happy with just 2 putts from here. If it goes in, it'll be an absolute bonus. Maybe 5 or 10% may go in from this distance. So again, manage your expectations of what you're going to do. Let's see if I can roll it down close and have a nice easy par. Oh! It don't always happen like that, but that was a bonus. So, bonus birdie. Using strategy can really help you. I know you've got to hit good shots, but you want to limit your bad mistakes and make them miss in the right positions by using your rangefinder or even your yardage book. So make sure you know your distance, make sure you know your variation of distance. So what do I think? I think for $160, it does everything you want it to do. For my money, I don't think you need any more, if I'm honest. I'm gonna try and get you guys a discount. I'm gonna reach out to the guys at TruVu and see if we can get some sort of discount for you. If I do manage to get some discount, I'll put the link down below, but I won't be taking any affiliate money or anything from this. Like I said, I just reached out to those guys, so hopefully we can get you a little bit of discount. If so, use the link below. If not, just go to their website and get it independently. That's absolutely fine as well. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. There's going to be more regular content coming up. Yeah, hang in there guys, and have a great season.